The satellite presentation, well, we've got an indication of more of that west and southwest shear. You can see that these are all cloud tops, colder cloud tops in red. They're all kind of being pushed to the east and northeast, the center. This has been the story of this storm all along. It's been fighting dry air. There's been significant southwesterly shear. Sometimes the storm looked like it's trying to get together and then kind of goes back to reality. And when everything is said and done, what does this look like to me? It looks like a tropical storm that's heading our way and will give us, in most places, tropical storm conditions. That's what they do. Talking about water levels, as we get past midnight tonight, we'll pay attention to water levels. Now, going back to low tide, and this is the water levels at St. Pete Pier. Again, you go up and down in relation to the tides. Now the tide is low and it's coming back in. The latest reading was 0.2 feet. The predicted was 0.3, so actually it's a lower tide than predicted, and that's a function of a stronger east and southeast wind kind of pushing the water away, moving it out over the Gulf. And this will kind of flip-flop, because when the storm goes by, the winds will go the other way, southwest, and then you'll start seeing the actual numbers go higher than the predicted numbers. So you're below now, and they'll probably go above and then back below, and it's all really a function of the wind speed and the wind direction at the time that the tide is coming in or going out. So we're below average now, below predicted. We'll go above predicted later tonight as we approach high tide. Position as of 8 o'clock is about 100 miles at 8 o'clock. So it's been 2 hours since then. It's about 75 miles south-southwest of Tampa, with lots of heavy rain. The window of intensification is pretty small here. I mean, it could ramp up a bit, but you know, judging by recon data and some of the satellite radar imagery, does not look like that's going to happen. It'll make landfall way up towards Cedar Key later tonight, and by tomorrow afternoon, it's passing Gainesville, and by tomorrow night, it's moving into Georgia and South Carolina and all the way into North Carolina by later Thursday afternoon as it races along. It's a rainy and it's a windy night, and we told you that most of the weather is going to be in our coastal counties, and you look at the radar presentation, most of it is. I mean, there's some areas of moderate rain moving through our inland counties, but you can see the concentration of real heavy rain is 75 and now moving into Tampa Bay. And if you don't have to be out on the roads, I would just stay in, because it's going to rain pretty good for the next several hours. There's no sign of any organized eye or anything offshore. Again, rainfall amounts could easily reach 3 to 5 inches in many spots. Moderate to heavy rain moving into Pasco. Heavy rain up by Lutz. Get some good rain approaching Plant City. Get some rain over the bridges, over the bridge, and then you get some rain over Pasco, moving into Hernando County. Citrus County rain is heading your way. Look at Northport, Englewood, Venice. Moderate to heavy rain right now. Winds gusting 45 to 50. Mayaca City and Arcadia all have moderate to heavy rain. Wind gust, let's see, Clearwater 33, St. Pete 39, Sarasota 40, and as you move inland, the wind speed drops appreciably, and that's not going to change. I'm not expecting any wind issues inland at all. 20, 30, 40 miles an hour is certainly manageable. There'll be stronger winds and maybe some issues along the immediate coastline. So we've got the orange indicates 58 plus. That'll kind of hug the coast and then be over us midnight 1, 2, 3 a.m. and then by 4, 5, 6, the storm begins to accelerate away. This graphic will update at 11 o'clock with new data from the Hurricane Center. Hurricane warning is up, but I don't expect a lot of true hurricane conditions in our viewing area. Probability of 39-mile-an-hour winds, tropical storm winds, are about 100%. The probability of hurricane-force winds in our viewing area, I think that's the next graphic. Let's take a look. We've got 0, 0, 0, 0. There's a little area just offshore where the numbers are up a little bit, maybe 5, 10%, but the chances of sustained 74-mile-an-hour winds, as you can tell, are not very high, like 0.